Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180 and
I'm playing with Krang.
you're listening to another episode of They're Not Dolls.
Episode 227.
227.
227.
227.
So as you can see, tonight we're joined by our special guest, 796 Studios, Mario here.
Welcome to the show, sir.
And
Thanks,
we also have a very special mystery co-host filling in for the Fallen Fett. We have Boba Fett.
Boba Fett? Where's Boba Fett?
Here. There. Everywhere.
It's a real mystery, but good thing Boba Fett's not a true Mandalorian, and he is able to remove his helmet, right?
Very
Is that
true.
a thing?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm a Fandalorian.
Mandalorian. It's my favorite kind.
All right. Awesome. Well, Boba Fett, do you want to reveal your identity?
No.
Okay.
It's warm and cozy in there for him.
He's gonna keep it a secret until he gets too sweaty.
Yes.
We need some people to try to at least figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Keep talking. I'm pretty sure they'll hear your voice in a second.
Yes.
Guesses in the chat, please.
All right. Well,
So Mario, tell us in case anyone here is a total butthole and doesn't know who you are already. Tell us about yourself, sir.
Okay, and I'll keep it quick, just so Boba Fett doesn't die in that helmet. I'm Mario, aka 796 Studios. I kind of dabble into everything. I do toy photography. I build dioramas. Occasionally, I'll build flight stands. But I like to think of myself as just a collector, a dude with a short attention span and an obsessive personality. So every week it's something new, whether it's, taking photos, cinematography, building dios, or 3D printing or custom figures, which is currently the flavor of the week. So that's me.
a man of many, many trades.
And then Boba Fett, I think basically 7 or 8 people have already guessed who it is under that helmet.
There's no way. Kabla! As my fellow Klingons would say.
Yup. My doodle is stuck in some chewing gum.
Oh, man. Yep. Well,
it's going to be that kind of show tonight, guys.
Well, before we go any further, Adam.
Yes.
How are our Toymigos doing?
I like the best part of this is that not only do I always suck at this, but I got my second vaccination shot yesterday, and today I'm just oh God, here we go, guys. All right. First off, if you haven't already, please go click the thumbs up. There's a human crazy amount of you watching the show, but not everyone has gone and clicked that thumbs up. So please go do so. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, and there's a little bell for notifications. Every time we go live, YouTube will let you know. It's convenient. Beyond that, you could also share. Let your friends know that we're live now with 796 Studios and special mystery guest host Boba Fett. We're going to talk about toys. We're going to talk about Klingon language stuff. And then if you type in our chat and you become a Chatmigo, I'll say your name. And it's my least favorite part. So, checking in, Mr. William, what's up, dude? Some dude named Adam Van Wickler posted in there. Just Jeff 45, Catalina Wine Mixer, the Wrestling Hound. Woo! We got action figure experts in there. Nick's Figs is in there. Laser Pants. Pew, pew, pew. Got Berserk 69 making it in first. Oxmeat Pete, Ultra Bat Ultra Fantastico Worldwide. Love that name.
Yes.
Brad
Love it.
Harper is here. Oh, the arch nemesis of 796 Studios, Prime to the First, is in our chat.
Prime to the First. How are you doing? You're an arch.
Cerebral Deep is in there. The One Fist. We got Urban Spidey. Erdem Spurder. Lauren Radicals is in our chat. The greatest moderator, the king of the Discord, Papa Schmitty. Dark Bulb. I may have said your name already, but saying it again. Toy Farce is here. Santo 1414. AZ Legends 480 is here. Fignata. Mr. Ortega. Ryan Carper is here to probably tell me to buy more really expensive Demon Slayer figures. We got Dorian G. Salvador Sandoval is here. Tony Collector 10. Toy Rensu is here. The one and only Jurassic Jesse Lewis is here. Dorian G. Rohin Bimjiani. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. The world famous Chamba. We got Winger Luz. B. Rivera is here. We got Matt R. is here. Plasti Addicto has joined us. Josh Kincaid. Thundercrow is here. Articulated Heroes is here. Tony Collector 10. I think I said your name already, but I'm saying again. Billy Moon is here. Joshua Kincaid. We got Bat Force Grump representing the Tuesday crew. What up, Grumps?
Tuesday crew.
KJ Smith is here. Astro Nat is here. Gordon Skalski is here. Beep boop boop boop. NYC Figure Fanatic is here. Cerebral Deep is here. Thirsty for Chicken is here. NYC Figure Fanatic is here. Adalberto Carrillo is here. Blair Sanchez is here. Narb 101 is here. Billy Moon is here giving us a super chat saying he's here for the dance lessons.
Oh, nice.
So, 796 Dance Studios, you got your work cut out for you, buddy. You got to do at
Studio
least
is closed.
$5 worth of dance lessons.
Oh, okay, I'll take it.
Gotta happen.
I love how he visually gets upset. He's just all...
High School Creations is here. We got Soul 3000 is here. I'm doing this all backwards. Man Beast Boy is here. I think I said Joshua Kincaid, but I'm saying again, Fighting Code Names is here. And I think I got everyone. I'm going to pretend like I did. Gary Foster Jr., did I say your name? I just did. So, hi, guys.
Gary Foster Jr.
Astro Nat actually just said, Adam, I'm okay if you never want to do this again. Honestly, I skip it on the replay. Thank you, Astro Nat. I'm right there with you. I'm going to include it in my next round of contract negotiations. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, you just need to speed it up. Ernie would have been done 5 minutes ago. Come on.
I know. What can I say? I suck. I mansplain.
You need to practice.
Chat
So what you need to do moving forward is you need to...
No commentary.
No. What you need, you just need to like get a list of names, read them off, and then move along. I think that's the easy fix.
Says the guy who did it one time and said how hard it was.
Hey, I didn't say it was easy. I never said that.
You know what though, Adam? This was actually probably your best one yet. So good job.
You know what, Mario? No more beef. We're good.
No, there's still beef.
That's it.
There's still beef. At least for an hour.
There's always time for beef, gentlemen. You know what? And I have fire. So where there's fire, there's smoke. And we want all the smoke for all the beef.
Boba Fett, speaking of beef, was cooking up a massive steak the other day. I saw on his Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't me.
Some other dude with a massive T-bone.
I am wanted 9 parsecs. It was not me.
It's a measurement of time.
Oh, man.
Who are you to judge?
Live long and prosper.
Oh,
And
no,
you're
you're
the
gonna
right thing.
make people mad now.
I know, and I'm wearing a Krang beanie.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's delve into the many talents of Mario a little bit more. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So not only do you do kit bashes and 3D printing and
Don't say dance. Don't say
no
dance.
I wasn't going to yet. I wanted to if the listeners hadn't already known, but I wanted to remind them if they had of the awesome little Dio project that you set up, and you set up a giveaway for it, and like a raffle, and all the proceeds went to charity.
Yeah.
I just wanted to commend you on that. That's awesome. That was a great idea, and I think moving forward, the community definitely needs to do more of that.
Yeah. No, thanks. I mean, I think we've already seen that. Shout out to Jay Hernandez. He did a little bit of a fundraiser on his own. So the enablers were on his live, but he essentially matched what my people were able to raise. So I think it was over $3,000 for St. Jude.
Awesome.
For some foam. So
yeah.
Nice.
So that was cool.
That's amazing.
And shout out to the community too, because they showed up in in waves. So thanks
Heck
to you
yeah.
guys.
I have to shout out in chat. Mr. William has says that this is the most badass that Boba Fett has ever been.
I'm not going to deny that. I 100% agree with that.
And the Wrestling Hound is calling me out and say parsecs are actually distance and not time. Well, I think that's right. Isn't that rewritten Star Wars land? Whatever.
Listen.
Okay, fine.
Listen. Stop the chit-chatting, arguing, and all that back and forth crap, okay?
What does Boba Fett want to talk about now?
Nothing. I want to talk about the bonus situation.
The
bonus.
The bonus?
I want to talk about the bonus situation.
What bonus is Boba Fett demanding?
The bonus situation.
What's the
bounty just went
bonus
up.
situation?
I don't know what it is, but I know I'm supposed to get it.
Janie, that's up to you, and maybe that's a good time to plug the Toymigos beer cozies.
Drink cozy. They're made to keep your any beverage
Drink
of
your
choice
beverage.
cold. Yes, it does not have to be said alcoholic beverage. So yes,
Yeah, mine's not alcohol.
mine isn't either. Oh wait, yes,
I wouldn't do that.
I need one.
Is that Romulan ale in there?
Yeah.
Great
Indeed.
drink, my favorite.
It's that strong.
So, Mario, what kind of stuff what kind of stuff do you collect? What are some of your favorite lines and favorite properties and whatnot?
So I collect a lot of things, pretty much everything. I tend to gravitate more towards the import stuff, but you and I go back and forth trying to enable each other. So I think you can kind of tell like what my style is, but I think right now the current flavor is anything, I don't know, like cyberpunk type related. I've been cutting back on the domestic stuff, like cutting back on Black Series, Legends. Absolute favorite line though is Amazing Yamaguchi. I double up on all of those. So, but anything that has like a cool like character design, I don't need to know like the story or anything. Like if it looks cool, I'm gonna buy it. I'll probably buy like 2 of them, and then somehow like fit it into like this little world that I'm creating. So, but yeah,
Did
Figma-
you say you're cutting back on the Black Series?
cutting back on Black Series. I'm sorry, Boba. Please forgive me.
So you better cut it back on.
Even though,
Mario,
I heard that.
did I get enabler points for this one?
Oh yeah. Dude, I love this figure.
It's great, right?
Yeah. He's been in this pose since I opened him up.
Yeah. No, this thing is a lot of fun. I missed out on the earlier versions of it. Like, did you have
me too.
the? Yeah.
I think that's why it was even more exciting for me, because this was like my first Toy Notch figure.
Yeah, it's super high quality. I love the thing.
Yeah, I want to, weather him up a little bit. Maybe put a wash on him or something. But dude, this thing's amazing. I should have got another.
So when you guys opened it up, did you?
I like
did you
Boba
guys-
Fett has Boba Fett toys with him.
Yes.
He's ready.
This is what I want to talk about.
Where'd you get that, Boba Fett?
is
Where
that a
did that
bust?
Boba Fett come from, Boba Fett?
That's a bust, right?
It came from someone, a company that owes me money. I've never seen one royalty check from this. Never.
Fair enough.
Where's
My
check?
favorite part is how Boba Fett keeps disappearing in and out of the picture.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like he
He's
has
phasing
that,
in and out.
He's got the Predator's
Yes.
powers.
Yes, it's like he has the Predator camo, but it keeps like glitching. So I was gonna ask, when you guys opened up those cowboy robots, did you make sure that Kid Rock song was on in the background?
Oh, of course.
Does he have a robot cowboy song? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, he's got that one song where he talks about being a cowboy, baby.
Yeah, he's a cowboy. But to be fair, that song is generally playing in the background anyway. So,
Oh, yeah,
24/7.
on repeat.
yeah.
Is that when you're doing the Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing? It's 2 Kid Rock songs.
Yeah, which is an odd. It's a don't try to imagine it. It just looks very weird. So
It takes
Fair
lots
enough.
of practice. Lots of practice.
it's just the lower half of my body moving. So
I can move the upper half.
oh man.
So, how long have you been collecting? Is this something that you started recently, or have you been a collector for, a long time?
Yeah, I've been collecting toys or into toys since like as far as I can remember, right? I mean, it's always been toys like over sports, anything. And then when I got a job and could afford the stuff, then the collection took off. But I think it like 796 really got, or I created 796 and got serious into this stuff back in like, I think end of 2017 or early 2018. So it's only been, relatively short amount of time. But the collection has grown massively since then. So, and that's around the time when I got into building dios and stuff.
How massive did it grow?
Substantial. I mean, it went from, like 5 figures to, you don't want to know. I got toys everywhere. Every single room in this house has a toy in it. So
You are much like myself. You buy too much toys. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I see your hauls.
yeah. And it's,
You've got a problem.
I do have a problem, and I'll admit that, because the curiosity will get me, right? I'll see like a promo image and I'm like, well, look at those joints. Oh, that thing's going to move crazy. And then I need to have it in hand. And I mean, usually if, I'll take it, and if I don't like the figure, it immediately goes up for sale. So I don't feel like I've lost too much, but the majority of stuff I keep, because the majority of stuff is just so awesome. But yeah, man, it's a problem.
I do need to learn that, because it's like I just keep amassing more stuff, and my hoarder status, it just keeps increasing. Like, my closets are just packed with bins and tubs and totes of just toys, where I'm just like, I got to learn to unload some of this stuff.
We were talking about the purge the other day. I've been trying to slowly get rid of a lot of the stuff that's just been sitting in bins, but even that is like tough, because you got that little, that piece of regret, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna regret that later on. But it's tough, man, because I keep the boxes too. For the imports and stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm running out of space, man.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I've been trying to kind of like cleanse some of my stuff too. I just it's I see something shiny and new and I have to have it and I'll buy it, or I'll see something I'm like, oh wow, that's like I want to feel how that moves and yada yada yada, and then
Right.
I buy it, and then or like you were saying earlier, if I see a character that I know nothing about, but I like the way it looks, I'm like, oh, I have to have that. And then 9 times out of 10, that gets me in trouble because I'm like, oh, I like the way that character looks. Then I learn about the character. Then I learn about the property that the character's in. And now I have to buy the whole line.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens like that all the time for me.
Yeah, I collect bounties. I have to go all over, to collect these bounties, man.
You're hunting everywhere, right, Boba?
It makes it so difficult because, there's hardly anything out there. We've been shut down for so long, so there's not any bounties out there. So, Target, there's no Targets out there. Where's the Target? I can't find it.
The elusive Target, man. So do you just have like a stash of bounties then somewhere, Boba?
That's a personal question.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry. I'm still learning.
Now you're in my pockets. Stay out of my pockets.
Oh man. I broke the rule. Don't ask him about the bounties. Sorry.
Don't ask about the bounties. There's no bounties here.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I agree. It's hard to, even like sometimes let some stuff go. Like I had said that, I'd given away some figures to my friends' kids because they were older legends, and it just like putting them up and selling them one by one would have taken a lot of time, and it was just like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. So I gave them away. And it was funny because that was right around when the new Hercules came out for Legends, and I like one of those figures was the old Hercules, and I was like, oh, that Hercules was in there. I can't do like comparison or whatever. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes little things like that, but most of the time it's like I really need to just kind of look at some things and be like, when's the last time you touched that?
Yeah. Yeah. We were having this conversation the other day where it's, not to say that these things they're not cool and I like them, but they're just, they're collecting dust in a bin or something, and it'll bring joy to somebody else. Like I was trying to get rid of my SHF Luke and Darth Vader. Yeah, Boba, I'm purging my Star Wars stuff. Sorry.
You just hold on to the Boba.
Okay. But they're just sitting there, and I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that's looking for it. And I just want, retail price, and the aftermarket price is nuts on those. So I think the purge not only helps you, but it helps other collectors that, really want to enjoy that stuff that's just sitting in bins. So it's a win-win.
Yep. Well, let's go ahead and pause here and go over our hauls for the week. Yeah.
Word.
And we'll let Mario go first since he's the guest.
Oh man. So last week we had the Enablers episode, and I kind of save everything for just that one day a month. So that's where all the hauls were. I did get what did I get in this week?
You got some stuff this week. I saw you post.
Oh yeah. I got the shout out to 5K Toys. I ordered the Kong Studio the Goku in his G-Wiz outfit and Goku Black in his G-Wiz outfit on Monday, and it got here yesterday. And those figures, even though they're third party, they're pretty dope. I had to fix them up a little bit because they were a little loose, but I got that. I got like a few of those like head packs because I was going to use those heads on these slam dunk figures that I got the other day too. So I'm going to kit bash some, Goku just dunking on people.
Did you get the slam dunk figures because you like slam dunk, or did you just get the slam dunk figures for like what was your reasoning?
I don't even know what slam dunk is, but I saw.
Okay. Because I'm exact.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same camp, and I own two. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but-
I have no idea what slam dunk is.
Did we read Ronald Ramos' super chat? I don't think we did we?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my goodness. I apologize, sir. He gave a very generous super chat. He says, I want to thank 796 for a S Ahab.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good
Thank you
figure.
for buying that off of me because I didn't think I was going to be able to move that. So
What? It's like a third party solid snake. I mean, not solid, whatever. It's a third party snake. It's awesome.
I know, but that was like naive me thinking like I'm never going to be able to sell this stuff, and there's somebody out there that always wants it. So, but yeah, no, Adam, I have no idea who they were, but I did watch. I think I watched an episode the other day, and I'm like, oh crap, now I want them, but I did initially buy them just for Kit Bash purposes because my go-to buck is the Mezco Black Costume Spider-Man. So I bought like 8 of those at like retail just because, dude, it's the best buck out there, right? For customizing.
It's nice.
Yeah. And then I was talking to Chamba and he said something about, I think he might have put the bug in my ear about Slam Dunk. And I remember it was like 3:30 in the morning. I went on AliExpress and I'm like, I'm going to buy the whole wave just to kit bash them because they move well and they come with Nikes. So it's a win-win.
They come with all kinds of accessories.
Yeah. The only thing they don't come with though is like gripping hands.
Yeah. The hands are limited. Like they're not bad, but they are limited. Like, cause I use them for custom All Might and everything. And it's like, they have some expressive stuff, but it is very kind of almost basketball specific too. Cause they have the holes in their hands to be able to palm the ball.
Yeah. It really is like specific to, I guess, a very expressive, like shouting type of pose. But I don't see where they would, in that line, like where they would have to hold like a sword or something. Right. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that they didn't include it. But yeah, I got that. I got a couple more Slam Dunk figures, and then I know people are going to make fun of me for this, but whatever. I picked this up, another Figma girl. Nice. God damn it, Barbara. I knew he was going to laugh. Oh. You're figure shaming me?
Boba Fett's a butthole. That's awesome. I love it.
I thought this was a safe place.
Nope.
There is no safe place.
All right. I'm sending this back to Amazon then. Thanks.
Which one is that? What is it from?
I have no idea, but I had a gift. I had credit left on Amazon and she was like $50.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm going to use that head for one of the 6 those Figmas that we bought, Cheney.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm stocking up for that release. So.
Yes. Definitely going to need
That's
those.
a great purchase. That's a great purchase.
Okay. Cheney and Mario have this like weird, like mutual love for anime girls that I have that, but only for like Sailor Moon and stuff that I know. Like you guys dive into the deep end of like all sorts of like the weird, crazy half robot girls and that.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is that though? You don't like that?
That looks great.
What's wrong with
there you go. Really
robot girls? Like what is wrong?
Guys,
with...
I have something to say. I am a half robot girl.
See, Boba Fett's a half robot girl.
It's time for me to come clean. Yes, I'm half girl, half robot.
Oh my gosh!
We commend you for that. Takes courage, Boba.
I knew it.
I wonder how Ernie is going to feel about learning that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's so upset.
Yeah.
I just like that. Like that means in like on Boba Fett's like Twitter page, he would be like, I identify as a she/robot
cyborg.
Yeah.
or the operating system that runs the cybernetics. Would that be? Yeah. Yeah, no, this I'll talk about this in a little bit, but yeah, no, like I don't know why, like I'll buy like Figmas all the time for that, especially that new stuff. That new stuff is killer, man. Like it, man. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
It's it's got, all their parts are like interchangeable. So Kit Bash possibilities are endless, especially with the snail shell studio stuff. Like Chamba was showing me some of like the upcoming releases, and dude, I'm all in on that line. You can mix and match the parts. And I, the same goes for like Mezco is a good example of like interchangeability. Where you can create your own figure, create your own character, and just get more mileage out of a toy line. So, but that's all I had for hauls. Everything else was used up last week, thanks to Hollywood Kev.
Big Baron Butter.
Big time butter.
Yep. Big time butter Baron.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, what'd you get this week, man?
Yo, I think I got. I mean, honestly, like I don't remember when the last time we did a show was, so I don't really remember when I got stuff. But I got the Hyde wave, so Shang-Chi, the Shang-Chi wave of Marvel Legends. So Hyde, Civil Warrior, and Iron Man. I'm really loving this Iron Man. Like this Iron Man is way more fun than he has any right to be, and it's just like. The poppy colors of it.
I was literally just messing with it myself.
It's honestly, like I like this one so much better than the last one. And it's no different. It purely just the colors, and the colors just like, I don't know, they remind me of the childhood comic books and of the Mattel Secret Wars figure. Like it like looks so much like the old Secret Wars figure. It's
honestly
crazy.
They could do another one just like this and give us the yellow in the arc reactor in the chest, and I would
I'd buy another one.
Yeah. So you guys know out there at Hasbro.
And then obviously the Shang-Chi, the movie figures from that wave, I got all of them. I did get Katie also, the Target exclusive, but I have not opened her yet. I've just been kind of busy, so she's on the depression pile as far as.
Do you like those figures, Adam? The Shang-Chi figures?
Which ones?
The Shang-Chi figures, the movie figures. Do you like them?
Yeah, no, I think they're actually really, really well done. I will likely buy like a Mafex Shang-Chi or something, just because like I know they're gonna do like a little bit more articulation. I bet the sculpt will really be there. So I will likely cave and do an import for him, but the other ones all work for my needs otherwise.
I gotcha.
So then I got the Bad Batch figures as well. Loving this cartoon, watching it with my kid and my lady, and all three of us are actually really digging it so far. So it was really cool getting new toys right around the release of it, like that.
Oh yeah,
that's some great timing. Like that's when things work out nicely, when that happens, where it's like I'm excited about it, watching new episodes and new toys at the same time. So
yeah, that's the best way to celebrate toys.
It is.
Yeah, for sure.
The time, like that's the timing factor of that can't be beat, like that's great. Asajj as well. And then that's mostly it, except for I got my my box from Cheney yesterday that had my Krang beanie that I was wearing earlier. I had to take it off because it's too hot. It's like 1,000,000 degrees in here. So my head was.
Is Boba still alive?
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting my turn.
Okay. Just making sure.
The best thing that was in my Cheney pile of loot is the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Bakugo. And this thing is awesome. Like I just opened it up today.
But Adam, it's a Revoltech.
It does still have problems that plague Revoltech figures, but overall it is a beautiful, beautiful toy. I still have issues with like some of the articulation doesn't play as nicely as it should, which is a constant thing on Revoltech figures. I think the shoulder joints are a little bit weird. Some stuff we were like, Josh and Mario and I were talking about before we hopped on here about like little things like that are falling apart on it or something. Nothing that's bad, but there are a little bit of nitpicky things. But I think overall, the way it looks, amazing. Like it's a beautiful, beautiful toy. So I can't complain that much. His hair did just fall somewhere though.
I
have no idea where. Did Boba Fett get any new toys?
Oh, did you say my name? I fell asleep during all the rambling.
During my haul.
Yes.
Always.
It's easy to do that, Boba. We always get bored when Adam talks about his haul.
Like I picked up this guy. First appearance. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, though. Well, not really,
Part of him.
because it's like it's invisible. But the that cartoon is now available on Disney Plus.
Exactly. So I mean, this guy is really cool. Picked him up. I really don't, collect anything else other than me. And he has about 1,000 points of articulation. The armor is just heavy. I can smell the grit, the hard times, the bounties. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I like it. We're gonna have to have an ongoing segment of Boba Fett's reviews where he talks about action figure and statue grit.
Oh yeah,
You can smell the grit.
Smell the grit
from here.
Exactly. The Bad Batch.
Did Boba Fett watch the Bad Batch or no?
No, I only watch Empire Strikes Back. I don't really like Return of the Jedi too much.
Why is that, Boba Fett?
Yeah.
It doesn't tell the whole story.
Oh,
It's only one person's perspective.
Oh.
Can we hear the whole story then?
Well, when I was in charge of directing the movie, it was sublime. But then it turned into a travesty of justice 20 minutes into the movie.
oh my gosh.
So I really don't watch that too much. I do watch The Mandalorian every once in a while.
Okay. Okay.
Only because, I get to see some loved ones, I mean, my son got a little chunky there, but hey, it's okay.
Okay.
I like your son. You're Jango Fett then?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. You're just Jango Fett dressed as Boba Fett. Got it.
I'm Jango Fett, who now goes by she.
Right.
Okay.
She/robot.
Yes, we have to get
The
our
plot thickens. Oh my gosh. I can't keep up.
Things that I never knew. My mind is blown right now. Oh my. All right. Well, I guess that means it's my turn, right?
It is.
Okay, so I got this guy in. And this thing is nice, man. This first
Ooh.
form Frieza.
Nice.
And if you're listening right now, later on for the audio, I used this for the thumbnail. So, this figure's killer, man. I love this thing. The pod. Oh, the pod is the.
wow, it's that great. It falls over.
Yeah. Well, I had it on the stand. That's my fault. But the pod you
Boba
can
Fett never falls over.
only down. Only down. He only falls down. So you can take the Frieza out of the pod, and it's killer, man. I love it.
his lower half is connected to that pod, right?
Yeah, he just
Okay.
pops right in.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you can just, it's got a little ball peg in here,
That's cool.
and then you just snap it right in. And then the tail comes out too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's articulated too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can move it all around. It's awesome. And then it's cool because they have this little piece right here on the back that pops off. You can keep it so it looks flush, but this little panel comes off and you can plug a SHF stand in there.
Oh, nice.
It's got a little hole for it. So that's killer.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then last week I got this in.
Dang it, Cheney.
Another
on.
hot anime girl.
No, this
Wow.
is the bike. Yeah. This is the Ghost in the Shell figure. This is
I love
old
that
figure.
bike.
Can somebody help source a bike for me, please? I want it.
Oh, it's so nice.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
is
the-
that the Devil Toys thing, or what is this? What is
No,
this?
this is made by Good Smile. It's a X Ride. That's what they call their bikes,
Okay.
X Rides.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I picked this thing up. It's way nice.
That is
Way
nice.
nice. I still got to get the character that comes with it. She comes with like a giant sword.
Is it heavy? It looks heavy.
No, it's actually pretty lightweight. It's pretty lightweight.
Is it rubber tires?
I want to say yes, but they're real thick. I thought they were hard plastic at first, but after a little bit more investigation there,
I found that Sword Girl was available. I think maybe on Hobby Search. I'm not sure. I was contemplating getting her, but then I'm like, well, I don't have the bike.
yeah, you got to get the bike, man. What are you doing?
Well, it's on HLJ, but for whatever reason, I'm banned from HLJ. I have no idea why.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I was buying too many anime girls. That's why.
There you go.
Whoops!
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
Probably.
And then I got this guy, SH Figure Arts Mini. I know.
Those don't have any articulation, do they?
I think his arms might move.
I haven't gotten up to him yet. I'm in episode. We just finished episode 4 of Demon Slayer.
Oh, nice.
And then I was at a place where they had all kinds of cool stuff, and
Sick.
so I picked up a Body Kun and a Body Chan. And I think what I'm going to do with these is I actually I'm going to hit up Bestly Customs that does all those cool Naruto figures.
Yeah.
And get another couple of those done because I had Pain already. So I want to get probably Toby and I'm forgetting her name now. The Akatsuki girl. Yeah, drawing a blank. Maybe the people in the chat can help. And then Boba Fett will like this one.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Now this has a really cool story about it. I'd walked into Walmart, right? And I'm looking around and there's usually never anything. And I look up and there's a box up top that says Boba Fett.
Oh.
And so I grab said box down and it's completely full. It's full of just Boba
Really?
Fetts. Yeah.
Wow.
Can you send Boba Fett one?
Yes, I can. You want one? You got one, Boba Fett.
I'll sign it for you. And
All
keep it.
right.
And keep it.
So I pulled one out, and the whole front of the packaging was off. Like the way it looked, like the way it was packed, like this piece had torn, and it like folded back. And so
Oh.
I pulled another one out, and it was messed up too. And there was only 2 in there that had decent boxes on them, which doesn't really matter to me, but.
Right. That's cool. I do want to get that figure though.
Yes, you do.
And now I do.
And then when you get it, you want to play with it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then when you after you play with it, you want to go to bed and go to sleep and dream about it all night long.
Yes.
All night long.
Yes,
And then
Boba.
after that, you're going to wake up and you're going to play with it again first thing in the morning.
That's the only figure I have in my collection is a Boba Fett now.
And then huge shout out to Prime. he grabbed this for me. He posted a picture about these, so I hit him up. I said, "Hey, do you still have those?" He's like, "Oh yeah." And I'm like, "Dude, do you have the Asajj?" He's like, "Sure do." And I'm like, "I'll take that one off your hands for sure." So can't wait to open this. I'll probably open this here in a little bit.
Nice.
She's cool. I have a little bit of complaints about her though, Cheney. I don't know if you want me to ruin it for you before
Here
you
we
even
go.
open it.
Prima donna.
Well, it's the
Adam,
same.
let's
It's the
go.
same body as the Dark Ray. I know
Yeah.
that.
Well, I didn't have the dark ray actually though.
No,
Yeah.
can we please talk about Adam's complaints? Please.
She has the
Let's
single
focus
knee
on Adam's
joints that is the
complaints right
new
now.
Right.
their new standard moving forward. It seems like is to do single jointed knees on Black Series, which after having done double knees for so long is a step down in my humble opinion.
Well, especially
I want
on the female characters like that. It's like, come on, man.
It's silly. And then I'd say my only other real problem with her, and like because it is a good figure, and I don't necessarily have like the greatest idea on how this could have been done nicer, but this piece in the front of her skirt is a sculpted plastic piece. So because it's sculpted plastic, it's soft-ish, but it looks weird. Like if you pose her in any kind of dramatic way,
Oh yeah, that does look weird.
it hangs straight. It's a big flap of plastic.
Mhm.
So if they could have done it in fabric as well, that probably would have been perfect. Or if it was at least a lot softer, then maybe it wouldn't be quite as annoying. But as is, it's just like, you're bending her legs around and stuff. And it's just like, hi, I'm jutting out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks weird.
And then like these guys, I got the Bakugo.
so
in.
good, dude. And like the heads on him are also good. I was even doing the thing that I hate, which is like I was popping out the eyeballs and putting in different eyeballs and stuff. Like I was just having so much fun with him today. I mean, I might have been a little bit loopy because, like I said, just got my second vaccine dosage. So
Is this real life?
yeah, exactly. I was like, I feel lightheaded. I did, yeah, and I was doing the Deku voice
you get
while
your
I was
second
playing with
vaccine, and then you cosplay as Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay.
That's it's accurate. This is my life.
Great.
Then I grabbed this guy because I had to have this.
Beautiful.
I saw
I saw that at Target. Actually, D Amazing had been looking for both like the Meowsicles and Kit for a while, and like he had asked, he knew that I like go and randomly hit Target, so I was keeping an eye out for him, and like he got them, and like pretty much the very next day I saw them both at my Target, and I sent him a picture of them, and I was like, of course you just got these, and like now I run across them. If they were the black cat, because isn't there like a black cat variant?
There's supposed to be a black one coming out.
Yeah, I have a black cat and a gray cat at home, so like that's at least I'm not falling prey to just random cats.
And then, as we talked about earlier, I got this.
Wow.
The wolf. What is this?
Project GN Wolf
Yes.
01.
Yes.
So is this a made up character or is it from something?
Well, it's from Snail Shell. I think it's their own deal, right, Mario?
Yeah, there's no anime or anything out there.
Yeah, they're coming out with a wasp character. That Chamba gets full credit for exposing us to.
The wasp, and they have like this pumpkin girl. I don't know, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks so sick.
Yeah, that one looks cool. And then there's like the beach version. You have that one, right? That's one you showed earlier.
Yeah,
right?
I had to put some pants on her because
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh,
That's what they said to me.
I got these little kitties right here that
Wow, that looks awesome.
you can stick them on things, so you can hang them on your icy cold beverage if you like.
Oh, very
Nice.
cool.
And then I
Is
got
that bigger than Ms. Lion?
no, around the same size. They're probably around the same scale. This one you can put like on a sign or something. He's sleeping. So you guys can see there.
Nice.
But yeah, I picked those up. You get two, I want to say, in a blind box or one. I don't remember exactly, but I saw them and I had to have them. So yeah, I think that's about it for what I got. I kind of compiled stuff from the last 2 weeks, so yeah, I think that's about it.
Gee, where were those cats from?
Let's see. I've got the box for them right here.
We've got like 3 weeks worth of toy news to talk about still.
They're Petito series, cat version 2. So they have all these ones on the side here.
Oh, nice. I'm sure Darius has like 50 of these.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure if you hit him up, he would know exactly what they are. And
like, oh, this is where you want to go. That's actually this.
Yeah, I picked them up at Tokyo Central. So, all right. Let's see. Adam wanted to talk about news, but I wanted to actually get into another thing that people really like about or enjoy about you is your video editing, your video skills.
Oh yeah, as Prime would say, the transitions. Dude, that aside of toys, cinematography is my thing, man. There's nothing more satisfying or even just like fulfilling than completing a full edit, right? From like shooting the raw footage and then stringing it together. It's a short story, so I'll tell it. So I took a break from 796 in 2019, March of 2019, right? I just didn't feel like doing it anymore, but I still had that itch to create. And then I remember I was sitting, laying on the couch, maybe decomposing on the couch, and I saw like a video on YouTube, and I'm like, I want to do that. I think it was a Peter McKinnon video, and I'm like, I want to get into that. So typical me, I just dive right into the deep end. I bought an EOS R, and then I bought my sister had bought me the Adobe Suite the year prior.
Okay.
And I did nothing with it for an entire year. So it was coming up for a renewal. So I renewed that. And then every single day I just shot footage, watched tutorials, and learned, not only the basics, but some more like advanced like editing techniques. And
so
I don't know. It's just
Premiere Pro.
Yeah. Premiere Pro is what I use. I had like 3 subscriptions to like royalty free music. I mean, I was all in, right? Ton of equipment. And then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, well, I can't go out and film anymore. And I would just film stupid things like, like a Mother's Day video or me getting
by the way, that was amazing.
Oh, did you see that?
Yes, that was awesome. Yeah.
My mom liked it. She's like, oh, I get to be in one of your videos. I'm like, yeah, Ma, go ahead. Just make sure you catch these flowers.
Yeah, Toy Farce said that video was awesome too. Yeah, no, that was cool.
Thanks.
That was way cool.
Yeah, that was fun to make. And I have those videos up on my personal Instagram, and they're just, attached into stories and stuff. But, when the pandemic hit, I couldn't do anything. I did one video with a 360 camera that was interesting, where it was like maybe a week into quarantine. And I'm like, I'm just going to take a video of me, just me, but multiple me's in the apartment and just doing random stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then that was the last idea I had. And I said, you know what, maybe I should jumpstart 796 again. So I got into this again, slowly, but the cinematography stuff that I had learned translated over to like the stories. And that's really all I post is stories. I don't really post anything on the main grid. The final product, whether it's like, a custom or mainly dios and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it translates into the IG stories. And now that they have the reels, I can just edit, those transitions directly from Instagram. So it works. And It kind of it melds the two worlds collide, but in a good way. You know what I mean? I got the toys and the cinematography to keep me going. So I love it now.
Yeah, I've had the Adobe Suite forever, and I tinkered around with Premiere Pro a while back, and I knew nothing about what I was doing. And my video came out looking like crap, and I was just like, oh, this is so stupid. Like, oh, man. And I remembered it was around the time that you were on Toying Around, and you were talking about all the video stuff, and how you were taking a break to learn about it, and et cetera, et cetera. And I had started watching a lot of like, tutorials and whatnot to get myself familiar with it. And I've still been watching, and I kind of tinker here and there. I'm not quite comfortable enough to do something yet. I know every once in a while I'll put out a review, and I just film on my phone and edit through a little crappy app on my phone and put it out. Right. But I want to like use, like, I have a camera that I can use that, I can edit it and make it look really nice. So
yeah, you should totally do it, man. Yeah. I mean, Adobe, the Premiere Pro is a little bit foreign, right? At first, but I'm telling you, like, I would segment it out. Like I learned just your basic, you got to learn the layout first, because that's what killed me. Like where everything
that destroyed me in the beginning. Cause I was like for where you queue up everything, when you pick like the bins, in and the out, with like that square for the in and the out, when you pick that, I was trying to operate through there, and I was freaking out because I'm like, why is this, nothing's working? And then, it gives you a million different options for, resolution and all that. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. If you, that's what I learned too. Cause I think I did mess around with it back in like when my sister first got it for me, and I'm like, no way, I'm not messing with this. But I watched a tutorial on like how to edit the layout, right, to work for you. So most of the stuff that I will shoot is in a vertical, orientation. So I changed my workflow or my workstation to optimize that. So I have all the editing stuff on one side, and then I have my vertical screen on another. But the second that I figured out the layout, everything else just came naturally, because where things are. It's like, when I'm working on a dial, like I got to get all my, have all my tools in one spot. And then I'm able to just focus on the project. So learn that stuff, and it should go a little bit smoother for you. But then, also segment out, learn one thing like 1 week or 1 month, however long. And then within 6 months or a year, you're going to be recalling everything and then chopping everything together. Right. All the stuff that you've learned will be in one project now. So.
Yeah, it's a process. Like, it took me a long time to figure out, a lot of stuff on Photoshop, and then I do the editing for the audio on here through Audition. That took a while too. Yeah. So it was like, at first I was like, oh, well, I already know a lot of Photoshop and I know a lot of like Audition, so this should be cake. No, it's a whole different world. Like, it's a whole different monster, man.
It's rewarding though. It's worth it. When you nail it, it's worth it, man.
Yeah. I'm slowly getting more comfortable to tinkering around more and more, but I know I've got a lot to learn. All right. Well, Adam wanted to talk about some new stuff, right?
I mean, mostly like I wanna get opinions on some of this new stuff, because like there's some things that I think Cheney, you just posted that are like relatively new out there that I think are I have opinions on some of this, and I want to hear, Cheney, your opinions, Mario, your opinions, but definitely some of Boba Fett's opinions.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Where did you want to start?
Dude, if you want to start just right from the top and we can just start working our way back, I'm down. But like the Beast Kingdom Carnage looks cool. I don't have anything controversial to say about that other than like, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I can't take credit for this. This is all of today's posts are brought to you by Lago. So go give Lago a follow.
Lago, you're the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the Beast Kingdom Carnage looks cool. Not it's for cool, me, but
yeah, I don't need it because like I bought the Beast Kingdom figures that I wanted, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Spider-Man. and I'm probably done with Beast Kingdom, Marvel, chibi superheroes. But that leads us right into the Beast Kingdom thing that I do want to talk about, which is the Huey, Dewey, and Louie that they showed off.
Okay.
And I was excited when they showed their Darkwing Duck. I think I pre-ordered Darkwing Duck. I was really excited about the teaser they showed of Scrooge McDuck also, where it was like kind of over his back, over his shoulder. Darkwing Duck, I complained. I pre-ordered it, but I complained a little bit because I was like, he looks like he doesn't match the cartoon artwork proportions. And I think that the reason we decided when we were all talking about this was because, we're going to reuse that duck body for Scrooge McDuck, Donald Duck, Darkwing Duck, even if the art doesn't match. The Huey, Dewey, and Louie, though, these do not look good to me at all. And like, as someone who really likes Beast Kingdom and what they're doing, I would just feel let down. I think the guys are already saying it in the chat too, that I think the eyes are really what's throwing me off. I have not sat down and done a side by side with the animation to like decipher all the things that I think are actually wrong with it.
Well,
but there's definitely
what it looks like to me is it reminds me a lot of like old, costumes from like Disneyland or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, this looks like old costumes. Like, this doesn't look like the characters. This looks like,
it's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, yeah. Like, this would be cool to pop the head off and put like another like like a human like character on there with them holding like the Huey or Dewey or Louie head on there. Because this looks like legitimately like some kind of costume from a theme park from a long time ago.
And as much like it's like DuckTales is one of those things that it's like, that was a cartoon that was on Disney Afternoon all the time when I would come home from school. So I like DuckTales, the theme song is like permanently ingrained in my head. It's like, I would absolutely buy nice Huey, Dewey, and Louie, like expensive versions. And it's like, this ain't them though. Like, this is not doing it for me.
No,
not at all.
Yeah, that's a pass for me.
Yeah. Boba Fett, the camera is off right now. If you want to, breathe and take your helmet off, you could do that.
Yeah, Boba Fett, if you want to unmask, we're actually showing all of up on the screen is just the Toymigos Instagram that we're talking about.
Yes.
So if you
I have to go to the little Bobo's room.
Fair enough. You could bring the camera and microphone with you as well if you want.
I don't think you want to hear what the little Bobo is.
Rock and roll. Well, Boba, when you get back, I want your input on the next thing because it's.
Well, I mean, listen, this ship is only so big, so it's really all one room. So I'm doing it right
He's
now.
in the corner.
Well, fair enough. Like
right now, okay. So I'm trying. I'm being respectful.
I like this. Well, I'm going to explain this to you while you're not looking. That the next thing that I want to talk about.
I am looking.
Oh, you are. It's the new Masters of the Universe line from Mattel. So they just unveiled the new Masters of the Universe line. They showed a Battle Cat. They showed He-Man, Skeletor, Evil-Lyn, a Moss Man, and then a giant deluxe Skeletor.
Yeah.
They all look like they're in like that same like 7-inch-ish scale, but they have double elbows, double knees, and they're pinless as well. So they've got a lot of better things going for it. I will interject with my opinion right off the bat in saying that the heads on both He-Man and Skeletor don't look great to me. Like both those stand out like a sore thumb as far as not being great. I think Moss Man and Evil-Lyn look fine. Battle Cat, I have the old Battle Cat. This doesn't look dramatically better in any way to me. So I don't know. They'll have to convince me elsewhere. But in general, what do you got? I want to know what all you guys think about this line, but it's like once again trying to launch
I
a
agree. I agree with you. The heads look too small for me. Um, I I'm not I don't I'm not on board with that look. I want
Yeah.
something else for He-Man. You know, I don't like the Moss Man. He just looks too.
He looks like Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, to
Yeah.
me, that's the one you should have the most fun with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem. It's like it's a reimagining of He-Man. Well, like I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing He-Man how this universe will look 20 years from now, 30 years later, 40 years later, like age them up a bit, you know, and I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Yeah, the He-Man head to me looks particularly weird. Like it's like
The Skeletor head to me is the one that
I don't like the Skeletor head at all either. Like the Skeletor head to me looks kind of like the cartoony Mezco Pink Skull's head in a very stylized hood, where it's like I would like that on anything other than Skeletor.
right.
It just doesn't look threatening. He just looks like a happy Joker kind of Skeletor.
Right.
But-
It looks like he's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look a little too happy, you know.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. It's like, He-Man is I wouldn't mind delving into what would happen like the universe years down the road, and give He-Man a beard, age him up, make him look a little bit more rough and rugged,
Are He-Man fans? Do you think they're receptive to that, or are they like purists, like keep it true to what it was?
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, eventually we got to push the needle and not pretend
Yeah.
that He-Man isn't this. It's not going to be we're not Filmation anymore. It's like eventually we got to push the needle.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
the
a good point.
Filmation stuff does not like as someone who loved Filmation, who collected a lot of these toys, like grew up with He-Man toys, bought a lot of the Mattel ones, the Super 7 ones and everything. Like it's like I've tried with my son to rewatch Filmation. It's awful. And I loved that cartoon growing up, but it's awful. Like that toy line was about the toy line, more than the cartoon. The cartoon, sure, I loved the cartoon growing up and it was a commercial for the toys, but like the toy line is what made me like the cartoon. It was all about the toys.
Yeah, I agree with that. Same for me. It was the toys that made me like the cartoon. I
And-
think
and I
He-Man
think
was my
we-
first action figure, actually.
I think the problem with these toys right now is that it looks like it's a action figure line trying to look like a cartoon that's trying to feel like a toy, the old toy line, which is trying to mimic the old cartoon. And I think that's part of the problem. It's too many messages.
I don't disagree with that. And then
Yeah,
like
I
the
would agree with
the
that.
one problem I have with Moss Man too, because like Moss Man's the coolest looking one, even though they started to make him into like Swamp Thing / Groot, it looks like. But they injected him in brown, olive green, regular green. It's like basically they were like, how do we not paint this figure at all, but make him as many different colors as possible? So he's like this weird mishmash of injected plastic colors that I'm like, no, just listen, guys, inject it all in the same color and give it a wash or something, because it would look way better. Like it's like this looks like just a weird mishmash.
Yeah, you
know
could
what- you know
definitely
what's fun?
tell.
You know what's fun for me when you're a kid? When you play with your figure and then you get like your old uncle and he grabs it and he's like, "Who's this guy? This is Moss Man and this is He-Man." And to me, that's the way the He-Man line looked like it was designed, right? By fun old guys, right? And
That's
to me-
pretty much legit.
Right. But who really weren't held by any rules. They just were having fun. And now this He-Man whole world look like there's too many rules. And no one is having fun or they're missing the fun.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. It's like
no, absolutely.
What's weird too, though, is that like I especially with this line, I think that the Origins line is actually fairly successful, but that's because they're basically just re-releasing the old 80s toys with slightly better articulation. And it's like, those to me are actually way more fun, but like that's purely nostalgia for me, but it's working because I've bought quite a few, and I know Cheney, you have too.
Yeah, sure have.
But you know, it's sad. I think that it's very difficult for the fan to say we're disappointed in Motu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these don't wow me. They look kind of cool. Like I like the Battle Cat, but like
I love
Adam
the
has
Battle
said,
Cat. The Battle Cat is awesome.
As Adam has said before, though, like I have the Masters of the Universe Classics Battle Cat. Like
I keep trying to tell it, is it any different? It's like it's got a different head sculpt for sure, but it's like I have a feeling it's the same figure otherwise, but I with a different paint job. But I could be wrong. Like, and I'm sure a Chatmigo will point it out if I am.
Like,
yeah, I'm not sure.
It's so funny because whenever this happens, right? Then months down the line, an artist would do like a rendition of He-Man where he's like all barbarian and he looks hardcore, and all the fans go crazy. And it's like, why can't we just have that? Why can't
like the Mythic Legions kind of renditions?
Right, or just why can't Mattel come to the realization that He-Man fans have grown up and maybe we want something a little bit more hardcore?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean,
because
they can still make it hardcore, but still make it core to the mentals. Like for instance, like the Mandalorian. Look how the Mandalorian was. I mean, that was hardcore, but it was stayed true to the essence of what it was, and totally different from anything that was put out previously, right?
Agreed.
So it's the same thing. Like the same thing can be done with He-Man, but for some reason, everyone is trying to hold on to the past, but in a bad way.
And I think they still, they're still holding on to, well, maybe kids will get into this and buy it. It's like, there's no cartoon though. Like I know.
Yeah, why would kids get into it?
Yeah.
Oh man, kids never listen anyway. What kid have you ever seen that falls in line with something from A to B and that's it? I mean, it's usually the kid either falls in somewhere in the middle and then backtracks or something. But I mean, kids can follow stuff without have to start from the beginning to the end. They can follow what's going on. I mean, we've done it. You know, kids haven't changed.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, if by that notion, comic books, I mean, and anything about comic books would never even go any further than what they are. I mean, how you know, there's so many stories on Iron Man or the X-Men or Spider-Man to choose from. What is the beginning? You know, what kid can even do that? So it's like, why have that notion? Like, just start off with the action. If you gear it towards an older kid, the younger kid is going to follow suit just because the older kid is going to think it's cool.
Yep.
Right, and then usually the parent is going to get it for the kid because they're raving about it. I mean, look at Fortnite.
Well, that's how I got into Thundercats. My older brother, he had a bunch of Thundercats, and I was like, oh, those are cool.
Right.
I just love that Boba Fett is preaching about Masters of the Universe.
Yes, of course.
That's because they left me out.
That'd be a sick crossover.
Yes.
Well, I was actually in Masters of the Universe, but they cut me out.
Well, it's because you're so ripped, though. Like you're lean. You don't have an ounce of fat on your
It's
body.
too much armor. It's too much armor. They got a thing about guys and too much armor.
Yep.
I am the most minimal armor for this line only.
Yeah, I could see
Right.
that where they just pull. He just has his chest armor, and they get rid of his his shirt there, and he's got his.
It's
like,
Boba Fett, but with bare arms and bare legs.
Yes.
I'm gonna make that custom now.
Yes.
I'm gonna use a Vito's body, and it's just chest armor.
Yep.
But see, Man at Arms is a prima donna. Like that is the reason why the franchise doesn't work. It's because of Man at Arms. He wants all the shine. I can't stand his mustache because I can't grow one like this. So, that's why my helmet is covered. 'Cause I
Yes.
can't grow a mustache. He can, and he shows it off.
Well, I don't know. I've seen some other shots of you out there with a mustache and some glasses on. Ernie swears it's not really you, but I don't
That's
know.
not me.
Okay. All right. Well, now we have confirmation. My right.
father was a Rolling Stone.
All right. Right here, we've got the Furai Action Optimus Primal. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
I'm getting one. I'm in. I like it. I like Flame. Flame toys is great.
Is this the model kit or this is the action figure? This is the already assembled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the figure.
I have the IDW version of like just Optimus, and I love it. Like I absolutely adore it. I don't do like Beast Wars stuff, so it's like this isn't really for me. But like I can, if anyone is interested in this design, I will say that these guys make fantastic action figures. So I would wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone that digs this version of Optimus.
But Flame toys in general is a great. Even their model kits, like the plastic they use. I picked up a Devastator to go with my Revel Tech Optimus Prime, and it scales, I think, pretty well. Flame is awesome. I like their stuff.
Heck yeah.
I want to get some of the model kit. They have a model kit of like a classic Optimus that I've been meaning to pick up for a while now.
Yeah. I don't have him either. I need to get him too.
Prime to the First said, "You heard him. Mario said I like Prime."
No!
Oh, that's going to become
Yeah.
a snippet.
Plasty's gonna edit. Oh no, Plasty's gonna put that on
It's
a
all
loop.
over. It's all over.
Yep.
No!
All
Oh,
right,
I was going
now,
so long without saying that too.
Now that you said it, now
Yep.
you gotta say it again.
It's over.
I can't say it again. It's not in me. I can't say it again.
I understand.
You can always say I like I like Primal.
I like prime rib. See? Can't do it.
All right, we got the Hot Toys Tony Stark Mark V suit from Hot Toys. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Wow, another one? Great.
What?
Another Iron Man?
What? I don't understand what this is though. Is this like a mid transformation figure? Because like it looks like it's Tony Stark in the racing outfit, and then it's like chunks of the armor in mid transformation.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I just like cool. Like this is another one where it's like if you have that oil prince money, then good for you for being able to collect these things. Because like I don't have the money to buy.
Well,
I have a handful of Hot Toys.
Here's the thing.
Definitely wouldn't buy this.
There's some people out there that they only buy Hot Toys. They don't buy Legends and Black Series and
Expensive Demon Slayer figures that they've
Demon
only seen 4
Slayer.
episodes of thus far.
and Amazing Yamaguchi.
I am a hot toy.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are. You are. So for those people out there, like they go, oh yeah, no, I definitely need this. I can have him, in the racing uniform, or I can have him, putting the armor on, because they put out the armor that this is, right? The full armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those, those people that that have what is that word? I can't even say the word. They have a strong will to not buy other toy lines. Like this is right up their alley. Discipline. That's the word I was looking for.
That's the thing that we don't have, Cheney.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Can't even say it. Whoa.
Yeah.
No discipline whatsoever.
Nope. Not at all.
I like that we went from Boba Fett to Deadpool now. I mean, nobody can see it on the stream, Bonner, but we can.
It's so sad that people can't see it, but hey.
Well, I can change that. Hold on.
It's just Headpool.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I will make it.
And I just slip up and say something?
You did.
I did.
You did.
You can bleep that out, Cheney.
You ruined the surprise.
I did. I totally did. I blew up the spot. The secret.
Yep.
I didn't even catch that, Adam.
I know.
I'm saying, what did you say?
Because
I'm in character.
Say my name.
Hey, fat baby.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Yeah, Monkey 29 DNA. Vonner, question mark.
Whoops. I don't know what. What? No.
No.
Who that?
Yeah, Nick Spig's got it. It's Ryan Reynolds. There you go.
Yeah, it's Ryan Reynolds. Absolutely.
Yeah, Aviation
Ryan
Gin.
Reynolds as Boba Fett. Oh, you have an Aviation Gin hat?
I do. I wear this too much, actually.
So, are you a fan of the Aviation?
You're the guy that buys that stuff.
No, well, there's a story behind this hat, but it's not. That's something we'd have to share offline, boys.
Oh wow!
I can't tell you.
Okay,
fair enough.
That sounds like a party that I need to attend to next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should.
Mm-hmm.
Our previous guest Phil Ramirez has joined us in chat, and he said that I failed yet again. It's true. I failed pretty hard after having lunch with him last week too.
Was that the bacon flight?
Lame. Yeah, him and Beardy. Bad influences.
So should we reveal who the mystery guest is?
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm sure you're probably dying in that thing.
Yeah, man.
I'm 800 degrees here. Did you have socks on your hands, or were those gloves?
They were socks. I'm trying to get my Wrath of Khan derobing thing going on. My thoughts.
There he is.
You have a mask on underneath too.
Doubled up.
Oh my gosh,
dude! You must have been like 3,000 degrees inside of that.
I'm too cool to get hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
fair enough.
Wow. That is a motto to live by right there.
And a scarf. My wife helped dress me.
Heck yeah.
What's up, everybody?
What is up, man? You are a trooper. Like I would have had that stuff off in like 10 minutes. I'd have been all right, cool. But no, you hung in there for an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
We all miss Ernie very much. I spoke to Ernie earlier today. He's doing okay. He says hi to everyone. But
Ernie's on his hot boy summer right now.
He is having the sabbatical of his life right now. But thank you, Dave Vonner, for coming on and taking over as our very special guest co-host, the Unfallen Fett.
The Unfallen Fett.
Yes, thank you so much, man. This has been absolutely awesome.
I still have more. We have more new toy news I want to talk about.
All right. Let's get to the news. Adam, jeez.
I do there's Mezco stuff, there's NECA stuff, this is fun.
Oh wait, look, now Kevin says Now he loves Boba Fett. Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
It depends on who's under the armor, and like
Yeah,
some-
there you go.
somebody screenshot that and send it to Ernie now, or put it in
Yeah.
the Discord.
Yes.
Screenshot that immediately. And
Hurry
put
before
it-
he retracts it.
Yeah, he can delete it. So hurry up and screenshot it right now.
got it.
Put it in his Discord channel in the Discord. Send him a DM. Be like, look. It'll make his day. He's probably sitting in a beach chair or something in his banana hammock with a icy cold beverage in his hand.
We're just going to skip over the fact that Adam is cousin Oliver and he ruined the show once again.
oh man.
Well, if it didn't if it didn't happen so frequently, I would be surprised.
Danny's used to me ruining the show on a basically every show basis.
You're the cousin Oliver of the show?
Oh,
Dude,
absolutely.
we were talking about me being Poochie the other day. You know, on Simpsons. The dog that blasts off into outer space. That's me.
Yep. I'm Poochie.
I can't wait till you become an old man, Adam.
I am an old man. Dude, I felt like an old man all day. I'm like sore and tired from this shot that I got.
I think you still got a young prostate. You got a ways to go.
Oh, fair enough. Good. I'm glad that Dr. Vonner has taken a close look at my prostate and judged that it's all good.
You look like you have a young prostate.
Yeah. I'm updating my Grinder profile as we speak now. Dave Vonner has checked out my prostate and said it's all good.
That's
Approved
right.
by Dave.
It has a lot more miles to go.
Kevin says Vonner would just do pull-ups out of the Sarlacc pit. He wouldn't get stuck
Hey,
in
listen, I would have given it a good try.
Yeah, you would have not been sucked into that Sarlacc pit for
You know
40
what?
years
I'm
or
gonna
whatever
tell you
it
now,
was.
I don't like being cold and wet, so if that would have happened, I would have given up immediately.
all over.
No cold and wet. As Vonner's weaknesses. You've heard it here first, people.
Yeah, I like being warm and steamy.
That's why you were in that helmet for so long.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Boba Fett
Oh,
costume.
man, it felt so good.
It was a head sauna.
Look how my skin is shining. It's good. It's good for the skin.
Oh, that's your secret. All
You've
right.
got a nice healthy glow. Wearing
Yeah.
Boba Fett armor. That's all it
Yeah.
takes, people.
Points. I'm going to
Get
go
that
buy a
sweat
helmet
in.
now.
Get that sweat in, boys.
All right. I want to talk about this Gotham by Gaslight Batman.
Well, then talk about it. Stop
Okay,
talking
well,
about
sorry,
how
we were talking about
stop
another
talking
thing.
about how beautiful Dave's skin is.
He does have very nice skin though. But this Batman, we talked about it on the Quickie Mini. This Batman got me. This is one where it's like I have not been all in for the Mezco Batman, so the complaints. I understand people being like yet another Batman, but like this is like a legit variant Batman. This is what Batman based on a cool Elseworlds comic book, and it's a great design.
One of the coolest Elseworld comics.
It's real, and like that's it. Like the design is great, and Mezco went all out on this figure. Where I was like really hoping for a release where it was like, you know, a standard Mezco price, the $85 to $90. I was really hoping for only paying that amount of money. Then they announced this one at $115. I pre-ordered it right away and then went back to look at everything it included. And that the crazy backpack thing, the glider with the hinged wings and everything, I can justify the slight price increase, and I don't feel that bad about it.
It was just $20 more. It's more than worth it.
Right?
You know.
Yeah. Look at us justifying spending more money.
Did you
That's
get
how
it,
we
Mario?
roll. With that being said, I did not buy him. I did not pre-order him. I just I don't know. I'm still on the fence because he can kind of fit in with some of the stuff that I'm doing, but I don't have anything.
That was
else.
my major thing. I was like, I don't have anything that can go with this. I literally have nothing that can go with this figure. So I'm like,
Dario got so
doesn't
close
that
to
make it- But doesn't that make it cool though? Like, doesn't that make it really stand out in your collection?
Yes.
Yes and no, because I there's some things that I'll agree, like, okay, cool, but there's other times I'm like, if I want to take a picture with him, I'm gonna have to get like a whole Victorian setup. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of work that goes into, like, okay, like, all right, I have to find like the right kind of buildings, or if he's fighting someone, like, it can't just be some random person. Like, it's got to be like a strict Victorian
Somewhat
era.
cohesive.
I don't think so. I mean, you could fake it. You could do like a street scene with a street light and some smoke in the background. You know what I mean? Like,
Smoke. That's where
That's where Dario was trying to
Dario
get me at.
almost had Janie because he's like, think of all the vape smoke that you could be blowing into
Yeah.
the moody Victorian shots.
yeah.
See,
I mean, really, all you need is the street lamp, a nice night scene, and the smoke. I mean, and that's Gathering by Gaslight.
yeah, no, he looks good. And yeah, I mean, he could take some good solo shots. For me, though, it's so I would classify this guy as more of like a steampunk type of Batman, right?
I agree with
Now,
that. Yeah.
because he stands out so much from my collection, I can just see myself, oh darn, now I'm gonna have to get into steampunk type stuff, you know. So this
Right.
is this is a gateway figure for me, and I have to try and stay disciplined, even though I'm really not. I'm still on the fence. I might. He's still up for pre-order right now. I might.
Yeah. No,
pick him
that's what I've been thinking.
I
The
think
last
the
2
both of
days.
you need to reassess your priorities with your anime girl robot toys and
Hey, you leave my anime robot toys alone.
Stop figure shaming us, Adam. Please.
Yeah.
right.
For me, like with that Batman, that style, and just Batman in general, I like to play some near my dark and like my dark stuff, like the almost like my monster stuff. You know what I'm
Monsters.
saying?
Yeah.
Because like he creeps in the shadows and everything. I mean, that's him, you know.
That's
So,
the genius of this, and Mez
Mez hit it.
knowing that he put out an accessory pack that's the Victorian Vigilante accessory pack up for sale at the same time.
See, that's
That is
Yeah.
accessory pack for Doc Nocturnal, who's also like a Victorian-esque like
that
crime
is very
fighting
cool.
guy, that it's like, and all the weapons could work for both, for either of them, and it's like, that's cool. Like, it was a great idea, and I pre-ordered both.
I think that's very cool, and but on a bigger scale, a bigger conversation, I think that Mez has been knocking stuff out the park, and I think he's super underrated as far as what he's delivering for the Marvel and DC stuff compared to. And I think it because there's so much product out there of Marvel and DC, and the history of it has been so long that I think we kind of get lost in the sauce of what he's actually offering. I mean, they're offering some really, really dope stuff.
Oh,
I think that goes to your other point, your earlier point. I mean, he's pushing the envelope, and now, you know, we're into it. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying new stuff and like putting their own, like, there's a Mezco style to these properties, and people are eating up there. I mean, some people are like, no, that's not for me, but I think the majority, at least the people I've talked to, are like, I'm all in, you know?
Right.
Well, look at the Figure Booth podcast. I mean, they talk about Mezco about 75% of the show.
90% of the show.
All right. Well, I'll agree with that. But
Nasty Nate is all about Mezco.
but you know what, Nate and Josh, they love the Mezco stuff to the point where they're like, yeah, Legends are kind of like, okay, whatever, but every time a drop happens, they're all over it, you know. And I love listening to the show because of how much they love this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's awesome.
I love the Mezco stuff. Like, it's kind of like how I love like Marvel comics when I would buy like, you know, the normal comics, and then you would have like your graphic novels or your Marvel fanfare and all that. To me, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, Marvel Legends is kind of like my go-to comic book rack kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the Mezco stuff, to me, that's like my Marvel fanfare. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my graphic novel where I know that it's gonna have the dope artist with the dope storyline. It's gonna be more premium, but I'm getting the bang for my buck. And I kind of feel like that's where the Mezco stuff is. Right between Legends and the Hot Toy stuff and all the other stuff. Like it's right there for me as an adult collector.
Oh,
It's
no,
like
I agree.
Right in that
Yeah.
frame where I just love it.
Bat Force Grump brings it up too. So anyone that's listening now to the show or listening to this early tomorrow morning, the Batman Gotham by Gaslight figure is up for pre-order still, but pre-order is closing tomorrow at 1 p.m. So if you are on the fence, go.
Oh,
Is the accessory pack gone already though?
I don't know the answer to that. I can go check.
Okay.
Is that 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Yeah, so
Any-
that-
Because
the accessory
happy
pack is
hour for
good.
me starts at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time,
That's
which is actually 9:30 in the morning West Coast time, baby. So it's gonna be hard for me to get that sale because I'm already knee deep in happy hour.
Cheney, to answer your question, the accessory pack is not up, but it's a join the wait list. And we know that from interviews that Mez has said, if there is the wait list available, join it because they try to make them and convert orders. So if you are interested in that accessory pack, join the wait list. But yeah, it's not open anymore.
Yeah, you know what? That's another thing I wanted to bring up. If you guys haven't listened to Toying Around's episode with the Toy Page and Jason B. Michael, go give that a listen. There's a lot of like good Mezco information in there, and just those two guys are really cool dudes, man.
yeah.
Go give that a listen for sure. They bring up a lot of cool stuff in there. I especially like when the Toy Page was talking about how long it took him to set up that interview, and dealing with everybody that was harping on him afterwards, saying like, how come you didn't do this, how come you didn't do that. He's like, look, I want to be able to sit down and talk with him again. Like, I don't want him to just like up in the middle of the thing go, all right, well, I don't feel comfortable, I'm out.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I thought that interview was great too.
No, I agree. What I'm saying is I agree with what he was saying, but he said he had gotten messages from people saying like, you should have grilled him, you should have done this, and it's like, no, man, like when you get someone on your show, like you want them to feel comfortable. You want someone to feel comfortable on your show and want to come back.
Right. And that's
Well,
not
that's
really
like-
Page's like platform. He's not there to like grill people. They're just two dudes having a conversation, which is why I like his lives and stuff.
We need more Walter Cronkites in this.
But I feel like that's unfair to what Paige did anyway, because Paige did bring up all
Oh no, he
website issues. He brought up the female buck body not having as much articulation. He brought up the male buck bodies having elbow joint articulation issue. He brought up all of that stuff. All of it was addressed. The Robin, Mez's problems with Robin, addressed. It was all addressed. It's like Paige was just, what he did that I think that people have an issue with is Paige was respectful. And like that's the problem is that like you have the people, the commenters and everything, and they don't want respect. They want drama. They want to see you yelling at someone or telling them how dumb they are. And it's like, no, like that's you're being a baby at that point, because what Paige did was an awesome interview where he brought up all the valid points, they discussed them, and they respected one another, and it was cool. It was a great interview. I loved that interview.
No, yeah, I 100% agree with you. I know that like really had posed a question in my mind that I've been hearing a lot about. I've been hearing a lot about the a lot of people talking about entitlement, and I kind of wanted to bring that up. Like, where do you guys stand on that? When it comes to like, people that are fans of the line.
Come on, Boba.
Yeah. How do you feel about, the fans that buy the figures that, either are they coming too hard, or, how do you feel about the entitlement? And you know what? We'll let Dave go first.
Well, you know what it is? I think that I mean, it's entitlement, but I think that when you have something that's so close to you, you know, you project your emotions and your sense of self into like these inanimate objects, like your car, like that's my car. You treat it like it's a person. You clean it. You want it to be the best presentable ways possible. And I think that because we love this so much and we've never really had the opportunity to voice the love and the passion for these, is like now we're having serious conversations about the passions that we have. And I think that that's where it's coming off as being entitled or being angry or not listening to logic or to reason. You know, now that we actually have, you know, these platforms we can talk and share about these things, and it's like real conversations. It's almost like when guys talk about sports. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, and I used to be that guy who would almost come to physical blows talking about like the Dallas Cowboys. I was such a Cowboys fan. But, you know, I didn't throw in a jersey. I didn't throw the ball. I didn't do anything. But the passion was there so much that I felt like I was, you know, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually connected. And I think that this is what we're seeing with this genre, but we've never really been exposed to it like this before. You know, so now that guys been doing this for so long and they've considered themselves experts in this genre, whatever you want to call it, I think that they're really putting all of their what they think is their knowledge, their what they feel is their angst and everything into this because they're so invested. And I think that that's kind of like what we're seeing, you know, and there's never been any true way of showing true decorum because we've never really experienced anything like this before. You know, so we're just kind of going on and on and on and ranting and raving without really truly, you know, stepping back and saying, wow, there's a team behind this. There was reasons behind this. There's cost factors behind this. There's all these other reasons that go into that. But that's not the thing that anyone really wants to hear. You know, they want to hear their passions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you, for one, have been someone who stood there while someone has shouted at you, why didn't you do this figure this way? Or why didn't
yeah. I mean, I've had a guy say that, you know, I mean, like they wanted to punch someone from Hasbro in the face, you know, like, and which was beyond, you know, insane to me. But, you know, but that is where these passions kind of go. And like the only thing you can really do, well, for me, what I would do is number one, I would listen to that person about their complaints or whatever. And then I would, now after listening to them, then I would, you know, take the floor and then, you know, at least exchange with them or give them reasons as to their questions or their angst or whatever the discussion is at that time. But it's like you can never really win, and that was something that I learned from Jesse Falcon. Like you will never win. You will never win the argument. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like no matter what, no matter whatever happens, I will always dislike Return of the Jedi, right? No matter what. Even though I can understand like the outside reasons that went into it, the scheduling or whatever, the editing and all the other stuff, but to me, the emotion, like I'll just won't get past it. I will always have angst and questions about it. Even though I know the reason why I don't like it, even though that's not saying that it's a bad film, but for me, it would just always gnaw at me. And I think that that's kind of what we're experiencing, just that fan fervor that when things just fester at you, they just do, and you have to voice them in some type of way. And some people really just don't really have any true speed bump or measure of how they're doing that.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm answering the
No.
Yeah, you bring
I
up
think
good
so.
points.
Yeah. Mario, what are your thoughts about entitlement
So
from the action figure community towards the companies?
To Dave's point, yeah, I mean, the people are much more vocal now, right? I'm sure that those feelings have been there. It's just now we're hearing them. I mean, everyone's like the Hasbro the Pulse event, right, where the chat was just like so toxic. But I can kind of see where look, it boils down to this: there are good humans and there are crappy humans, right? People that are understanding. I'm like, okay, maybe there's some sort of like business reason as to like why they can't produce these figures that we want. And then there's people that are just like, gimme, 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 which I like to think the majority of people are more positive and understanding. But I will say this: I feel. I was telling Chamba this. There's no worse feeling than wanting something related to the toy community, wanting something that doesn't exist, right? So, and that drives. I think that fuels these people to be more vocal. But what I will say is this: it like look at the. These companies, they do deliver on their timeline. I feel like most of these toy companies listen to the fans, take that feedback in, and then apply it, but just again at their own timeline. And Kevin's going to understand this when I say, and I'm done with that thought.
Adam, what are your thoughts?
I mean, like, I think Vonner summed up most of the frustration that I have with it, where it's like you have so many people, like so many companies, like you have Mez and Randy and Jesse Falcon and people out there talking to fans and Dwight and Hasbro fans at conventions and people out there like sharing all of this info and background on stuff. So everyone thinks that they're an expert at this point, and it's like there's so much more to it that just is not seen. And it's like I'm in one aspect of like the prototype development, and it's like that's just an aspect in itself. And there are so many chefs in that kitchen for every single project, and it's like you got to think that like I work at a studio where I have multiple sculptors, like a handful of sculptors every day are working on projects. And it's like their opinion, my opinion, our clients' opinions, your coworkers' opinions, licensors' opinions. And it's like at every aspect of every level of developing these things and doing it over and over again so many times. And it's just like, no, sorry, you guys really don't have any clue. Like, it's like you have the same amount of clue as I have about your job, where it's like, I maybe know an aspect of what some of you do. Cheney and I joke about it all the time. He works at a nuclear power plant, as far as I'm concerned. Like, so it's like, I don't know. I don't know what his day to day is like. I don't know the trials and tribulations. I don't know how hard it is to get things done a certain way. And it's like, the same thing where it's like, hey, I'm bummed out about the articulation and how it turned out on this figure. It's like, trust me, we're fighting that fight on a daily basis, guys, on every project over and over and over again. It happens. And there's so many different reasons why things turn out the way they do. And you're never going to be able to figure it all out. Armchair quarterbacking is not going to work. So it's like,
right. No, and it's funny, like to Adam's point, it's like, there are so many opinions that come into play, right? And when you're spearheading a project like with Marvel, when you're product managing something like that, and it's like you have to take into account to all those opinions, including your own, and then you have to be the one that has to step back. You have to pull yourself back from all of that stuff, because you're not only taking into account everyone's opinions at that present moment, you're also taking into account the opinions that led up to the creation of that particular character at that time, right? Like the artist, what was going on in their mind, which we could never really truly understand. The penciler, the writer, the inker, the colorist that made that moment happen. And then you got to recreate that in a way that you really can't. But you got to take all these instances and reshape that. And that takes even more people. And then when you're spearheading that, you got to step back and really take all of that and with the best amount of wherewithal as possible, take all that and steer it the right way. And that is very difficult to do when you have so many different aspects of one character involved. Like with Spider-Man, I can't tell you how difficult it would be, or it was, to get a decent Spider-Man off the ground, because everyone has so many different ideas and variations of what Spider-Man was in their head.
And
You know
then
what I
there's
mean? Like,
budget. There's
it was
budget on top of it.
right. And then on top of the stuff that you have no real visibility to. Like, there's always plans and development, especially with these Marvel characters, plans and development years and years ahead of time, which involve marketing plans and development plans. So where you think, wow, I'm gonna have this character, I'm gonna throw into this line, now it's like the studio may say, you know what, we're gonna hold off on that because we have a bigger play for this character. So now you got to figure out, all right, now I can't pull this guy in, and this guy was going to be a key anchor in your line, and the look of your line was kind of going in that direction. So now you got to reconfigure everything, and that happens often, and but you can't say that to the public. You can't say that.
Yeah.
Or you can't say to the public, all those opinions come into play, and you're trying to hit all those opinions, and the end result is a bad looking product. That's the result of having too many chefs. But you can't say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you just can't. And you have to walk that fine line. And I think that part of the problem, part of the issue is that now that these companies really have to engage with the fan base more now than ever before, but you really can't delve into the truth too much. You gotta keep the mystery going.
I know for me, I want to say that on my end, I think communication is a key thing. I know a lot of the projects being worked on can't be talked about, but just bringing a lot of knowledge. Like I want to give a huge shout out to Tony from Hasbro, because when I first started talking to him, he broke it down for me in a real simple way. I was like, oh, hey, I was just looking at the Legends case. I was just hanging out at the booth at SDCC, and he walks up and he said, what's up? Do you like that? And I'm like, yeah, and I really want this or that. He's like, yeah, I wanted that too. And, things just didn't work out that way or whatnot. And I was like, well, why not? Everybody's, screaming for this character. And it was just like, well, we've got this, that, and the third, and there's budgets, and there's, that he explained it all very clearly and very simple to me in a way to understand that I still think about all the time when I see a line or when I think about something that I want. I think about what Tony had told me about everything that goes into the process. And I understand where the fans come when they say, well, we're paying our money, why don't you give us what we want? It's like, it's not that simple, there's a team of people here that are
Plus you have to congratulate them on being the voice for every fan.
Yeah.
It's like, no, your opinion is the only one that matters.
Right. But it's a fine line too, because you also, and I use this analogy a lot, you're also the magician, right? So as a magician, you want to be able to acknowledge that there is mystery behind it, but you still want to have some mystery behind the mystery, right? You want to shed some light behind the mystery, but you still want to keep the mystery a mystery because you're the magician, right? Like you still want to surprise the fans. This is still whatever world it is that we're focused on, whether it's DC, Marvel, whatever it is. It's like the fun is the expectation. Like it's just like a movie. Like guys don't want to be spoiled, but they damn sure do want to be spoiled. But they want to complain about the spoils. But they want to be spoiled. But they hate being spoiled. But I want to know what you hate knowing.
Yep. I think a lot of it is everybody, like you guys said, everybody has a voice now, and they can talk behind a screen that no one can see them, so they say the most horrible things. And there's in some instances there's a lack of communication. If some of the companies opened up a little bit more, just a little bit, not a lot, and said these are the kind of processes that we go through, I think it would help kind of tame that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some people out there that are just going to get more riled up.
Yeah.
But, it like I said, that episode that Kevin had with Toy Page and Jason B. Michael, that kind of brought this question up into my mind, and I wanted to bring it up. Yoko said in the chat that a lot of people don't realize, number one, how expensive it is to make toys. Number two, how long it takes. And three, how much licensor influence there can be. That's something that I've learned about recently. Like there's, a couple things that are completely locked up because of licensors. The people that hold the license are like, we want more money. You're not making anything else until I get more money. So there's a lot of moving parts.
Sometimes, man, it just may be a situation where the licensor may feel as though that particular character, as much as the fans may demand for it, that particular character just isn't valuable to sell product. You know what I mean? Like, massive amounts of product that will warrant it to be made. But then it's really about a matter. You really have to be tapped in. You have to be tapped in not only to the fan base, but also to the marketplace to see how everything is going, around you, how things are performing, what else is out there. And also taking that risk, it is risky when you're dealing with multiple lines in an assortment, because you're constantly trying to make this puzzle work, and the pieces, for whatever reason, are being pulled away from you, whether it's cost, whether it's licensor, whether it's the licensee, it's always something that is pulling away. And it's like, or sometimes it could be an absolute goal, but then it's like capacity at the factory may hold you up. And it's like, oh my, like that.
Bro, we had it this time. Yeah.
So I mean, there's so many variables that come into play, and I think that just like sports, we want to tune in because we want to see it win. We want to see, like, especially with Marvel Legends. Like Marvel Legends, if you've been in the game this long, I mean, you're really, really into you went through every twist and turn, every win and loss. I mean, you really went through it. And you're still hanging on by a thread. Yeah. And to a degree, that's kind of like what you're signing up for. That's part of what we love too.
Well, it's like you said earlier. It all goes back to what Jesse said. No matter what you do, you're not going to make them happy.
You can't. You just. And
because there's too many variables, there's too many personalities, it's just it's so broad,
And also at the heart of it is the hunt. It's this insatiable appetite to hunt. And it will never be conquered. That appetite will never go away. Like it will never really be fulfilled. Like look at our collections. I mean, look, we're never satisfied, right?
No, never.
It's true.
Even though we will convince ourselves if we get this one, we will be satisfied. But once we get it, man, we have it, it will only satisfy us for a little bit, and then that appetite will kick in again.
Well, it's like me and Mario were talking about it the other day. We were talking about like, oh man, we love SH Figure Arts Street Fighter and we love Storm Collectibles Street Fighter, but man, if they did Amazing Yamaguchi Street Fighter,
yeah. Like, I was telling Cheney, I'm like, get somebody on the phone right now to make it happen.
It never ends. Like you always want something more. Yeah, but you say that now.
I'm happy with the SHF stuff for the most part.
But look at how good the My Hero stuff is.
The My Hero stuff is really good.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, like, honestly.
Got him. Oh, man.
And that's the beauty. And also, like, I think that right now, too, like, this is like the focal point in our generation of what is the highlight of our collectorship. But, before, I think when people were collecting other forms of art, that passion was still there. it was still there, but now it's like now we have this. It's just so much more being pumped out. But it's like and with that pumping out, there's much more passion behind it. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think that with anything that people collect, there's always going to be those people who will be very vocal about that which they collect.
True. Very true. All right. Well, we are pretty much out of time here. Is there anything else you guys wanna add or whatnot before we head out?
This was so fun. Thank you for having me.
Oh man,
Yeah.
thanks for hopping on.
This was a blast, guys. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Woody. Mario, what do you want to plug? What do you got going on? Like, tell us, Instagram, everything, whatever you want.
I'm just on Instagram, 796 Studios.
796 Dance Studios. He said it.
I did make that account only because Cheney's like, you better do it
before
I think
someone
else will.
Yep.
exactly. So I have it. It's up there. You don't need to follow 796 Dance Studio. Nothing yet. But I might post something there. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram, 796 Studios. I post mainly stories, and it's my work in progress or whatever I'm into that week. And then eventually I'll post on the grid. You can catch me every first Thursday of the month on Kevin's channel, Unboxing Thursdays, with my Enabler buddies, High School Creations, Prime to the First, and then of course Toying Around. And then Flight Stands drop tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right.
Oh,
Is there
boy.
any hints on how to make sure you get them before they sell out?
Oh, see, and this kind of goes to what we were talking about, the entitlement. I have so many people like tag me or let me know, and I'm like, I can't do that. I have to be fair.
I just told you they go up at
Hey,
5.
Mario, do you not know who I am? I want a damn flight stand. Jesus.
Wait, okay, you know what? Hold on. Cheney, I got a question for you. What time does mail stop being delivered to your place?
I don't know.
From USPS.
Well, I know for pickup, like I can only go to the place till 5 p.m.
All right, I messed up, and I trusted the United States Postal Service. I sent you guys, the Toymigos, a care package, and it was supposed to be delivered today. So Adam, just refer to that package.
All right.
There's some stuff in there for you guys.
Love it.
All right.
But yeah, no, I to be fair, I don't hold them. I don't do pre-orders. They will go up tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would suggest turn on post notifications. Just keep an eye out. I'll post. They sell out pretty quick. So, I feel bad if you don't get them, but
So they
I'm
go
just one man making them, and it sucks. It really hurts the fingers to make them, and it
So
takes a
it's-
long time to make a set too. So
It's a site that you can go to?
no, it's
shop?
just my Instagram.
Okay, so we would go to your Instagram and say, I want 1, I want 2.
Yeah, I write out instructions on how to
Okay.
claim a set, and then I'll DM you with like payment instructions and stuff. But yeah, I mean it's that's the only thing I go. I'm gonna start a new diorama project on Monday.
Ooh,
So tune in for that. It's of course going to be cyberpunk related.
nice.
And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. And Mr. Vonner, where can we find you at, sir?
You can find me at David Vonner on Instagram and David Vonner on Facebook and David Vonner on Twitter and just type in David Vonner, you can find me.
All right.
And I'll be stay tuned, fans, because I have something really, really cool, really special cooking in the works. It's gonna be really, really dope. If you're a fan of all the stuff that we love, the Marvel stuff, the sci-fi stuff, the horror stuff. I mean, I got something cooking that's gonna be kind of, in all of that stuff, tentacles and all that stuff. So it's gonna be pretty fun, and it's gonna be with some high profile people, and I'll be dropping some news on that.
Ooh. Well, you're always invited to come here and talk about any new announcements you have.
Nice.
Open
You
invite.
can plug for the culture too, because maybe someday people will be able to listen to that.
And also Adam, myself, and also our buddy Rich. We're also hosts of the For the Culture podcast, streaming on platforms near you soon. But it's a very fun podcast where we sit back and talk about all things pop culture, all things fun, things, we have special guests, guys that we love from the industry, and we just sit back and shoot the stuff and have fun and kick it and drop some knowledge and some philosophies and some love too.
Heck yeah. We got a very generous super chat from Toying Around. He said, see, Mario sent Adam stuff to Cheney too.
I'm used to that at this point. It's cool. It's fine. I can wait. Cheney actually does send me care packages, so
I do.
Cheney, what's the deal with these guys?
Okay. Here's what's up with these. If you want a cozy, they're going up for sale on Monday. So
Nice.
Monday, hit our big cartel shop. They'll be for sale there. I think we only have about 40 in stock. So that's it. After that, we'll have to see what happens after that. So if you guys want one, go ahead and head there to get one.
They can see the cozy that you just had up on the screen?
Yes, it is a icy cold beverage cozy to keep your beverage cold, and it says Toymigos for the people listening later.
Well, I asked because I got a big, big hint behind me, fans. If you see this behind me, it's a big, big hint. You better stay tuned because it's going to be hot.
Woo!
Sneaky.
So Monday is going to be the cozies. And Adam, where can we keep up with you, sir?
I'm playing with myself on pretty much everything. I do have my month of May shenanigans that I'm running around on Instagram right now. Basically, fanboying. I'm making Marvel Legends fight each other, and you guys get to vote for the winners. So it's called Marvel Legends Mayhem. Go to my page, come play. It's total nonsense. It's meant for the kids. It's good fun times. That's all.
All right.
Well, I just make a sidebar real quick.
Absolutely.
Just a quick side. I gotta shout this dude out.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw him, but he was actually a Marvel Legends sculptor from back in the day. I used him. He actually worked on my Scorpion from back in the day. Sam Greenwell.
Yeah.
Sam Greenwell just sculpted he digitally sculpted a very, very dope Hulk. If you have a chance, check him out. He's on social media on Facebook, Sam Greenwell. He's digitally sculpted a very dope Hulk. He's a super fantastic, talented sculptor. One of the guys from back in the day.
Yeah.
And he's transitioned to digital sculpt, and he's very awesome. So give his stuff a look, and you'll be happy.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys again very much, Mario and Dave, for hopping on with us. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out of your guys' nights. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank the Chatmigos for hopping in here and hanging out with us tonight and enjoying our shenanigans, or not enjoying, either one. But thank you so much for taking your time out of your night to come and hang out with us. And thank you to the people who are going to be listening on the audio playback. Thank you so much. Like I said, the cozies are going to go up for sale on Monday. I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, you can catch us again where, Adam?
I will be back. We're doing the quickie mini thing, right?
We're doing the quickie mini thing.
We're sticking to our guns here. Me and Cheney are holding down the fort, and we're gonna do a quickie mini on Tuesday. So come check us out. Toymigos YouTube on Tuesday for a quickie mini, 5 p.m. PST. Who am I kidding? 5:15 p.m. PST on Tuesday, and then we'll be back here next week. We have a guest lined up for next week as well, right?
We do.
Indeed. We will tease you on Tuesday's quickie mini.
Yep.
But we got a whole bunch of guests lined up, and big thank you to our very special guest co-host tonight, Mr. Dave Vonner.
Mm-hmm.
We all really do miss Ernie like crazy, so it was a pleasure having you put on the Mandalorian helmet and come join us for a bit. And then Mario, you're kicking butt. 796 Studios with the best giveaway I've ever seen with that, the Dio
Easily.
St. Jude's. Like I showed that to my lady, and she does social media for a living. Like she works at DC and runs social media, and like we were both just in awe of how awesome that was. So big ups there, man.
Thanks.
Like you did awesome. That was the coolest thing. And then obviously the enablers are my second favorite online crew, right behind the Chatmigos. Don't tell the Tuesday crew I said that.
I won't.
But yeah, definitely gotta watch the enablers on the Butter Barons toying around unboxing Thursdays. And yeah, love you both. Thank you.
Indeed,
Thanks, Adam.
indeed. So be sure to keep up with us on Facebook in our Facebook group. Check us out on Instagram. Come hang out in the Discord. There's so much fun going on in the Discord. Got to come join the Discord. Good times are in there. Yeah,
I post so many GIFs in there, guys. Just
He
animated GIF after animated GIF.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it. They're funny.
And with that being said, I'm Cheney 180.
I'm playing with myself.
I'm 796 Studios.
And I'm Dave Vonner.
And remember, guys, they're not dolls.
Plus Ultra.